testing is something that we take quite seriously internally here. And so the lead up to this release has been mainly a testing process where I've tested things most rigorously and tried to point out all the bugs that I could locate and offer to get them resolved, because bugs are things that I take especially hard because they impact the user experience and makes them lose confidence in their ability to get to the end of a project, if you're getting Python errors. So there was one particular nasty error where you would delete a box, and then if you drew a box, it would not happen. It would instead throw an error. So that's actually been resolved, and I am particularly sorry about that bug existing. Bugs are something that I take quite seriously and bring up on a daily basis, because they're something that we definitely don't want as part of the experience, but they are par for the course. So one way I like to work in boxcutter is just drawing a shape, doing my usual box cuts, just working aside, just kind of being random, seeing what I get, and then of course, drawing, pressing T to solidify, and then of course drawing a cut and extracting things out, and then repeating those extractions in other areas to like kind of get something really random and see what kind of gifts you can get from the booleans that you've seeded it. But I would also like to duplicate that and make it, or not duplicate, make another cube, and then use custom cutter, press C to switch, make that the custom cutter, and then use that shape to actually cut additional variants. And I would do this over and over, just kind of taking things on different paths, pressing C to make that the custom cutter, and just using that one as a custom cutter, and just doing that over and over, just kind of experimenting with the possibility of getting different results. In fact, we'll press C, I'll snap my cursor there, and we'll bring out another cube, and we'll play with that cutter that we've created here. And as we go, we'll get more and more interesting results here. So I'm snapping my cursor here, pressing C to make this shape the custom cutter. And because I'm using Control-Alt-Spacebar mode, I see that there's not a notification bar at the bottom, so we may need to do something about that in order to make our quiet mode just quiet. So I'll select this, press Alt-H, and we'll just go in here, just get random with it, and do a cut here, also get random. And thanks to things like recut, like right here, a cut didn't work out, so I could press G to move it, and then double click to apply that. But because of recut, I can draw a cut, bring it down, press X to turn it into a slice, press Alt X to turn it into a recut, and cut back what I lost originally from this shape, from all the custom cut action. So we're still trying to figure out ways to integrate this into the workflow and make it more fluid. However, at this time, it is something that is worth experimenting with, because once you're able to do stuff like this, we'll go ahead and click on apply booleans in order to just quickly grab these, bevel them, mirror it across, and we can just begin getting random with this again and begin cutting. And we can switch back over to custom cutter and just draw a cut right here, bring it in, and it's just instant detail. And right here we can do the same thing. We can press S, X, scale it, press G, move it out. So with that, I believe we can finally wrap up the demonstration for this latest release of Boxcutter 7.1v. And I hope everyone enjoys it, reports their bugs, lets us know of any issues that you experience. And by all means, have fun.